Hey everyone, so today we're going to be working on the bill of our hat, specifically learning how to center our name on our hats. Many of us haven't had to work on actually centering something ourselves, and so this is going to really help us make sure that our name fits completely within the confines of the bill of the hat. So this is that part that kind of blocks out sun. So anyway, this is what your paper looks like. If you notice right here, there is a star. So the first thing we need to do when figuring out when we're centering our name, we need to figure out where the center of the bill of the hat is. So this star right here, you divide that star perfectly in half, you are going to have the middle of your hat, the middle of the bill. Now we are creating guidelines to start. As many of you know, guidelines should be drawn so lightly that you can erase them extremely easily. So some of you in this video might be like, I can barely see it. I get it. You want to be able to erase it though. So this is a good guideline. This is not. If you can see it that easily, you cannot erase it very easily. The next thing that you want to do is you have to decide, are you going to create your name and make it straight across, or are you going to have it like mine is and curve around your hat? So I'm going to show you how to do both examples. When you curve around the hat, you're going to make two parallel lines following the curve that you see here. That is the top part of the bill of the hat. So this will be the outside edge, and then I'm going to create my second line that is parallel, trying to keep it equal distance. If you really want to, use your ruler and measure. So this one is, you can't see it there because that's in the way, so I'm going to go 6. So this one is about 2 1/4 inches over here, and over here it's about 2 1/4. So it's an easy way to see that it's the same size. If you wanted to create straight lines, again, draw your guideline in the middle, very, very lightly, and give yourself 2 parallel lines. Again, they are still guidelines. They should be drawn very, very lightly. And again, you can measure them to see if they are the same size. So this is almost 2 inches. And then this one is almost 2 inches, so pretty good there. So that is straight, and this is curved. Totally your choice which one you use. The next thing you have to do is you have to figure out how big and how many letters long your name is, and where the middle of your name is. So my last name has an even number of letters, so I'm going to have half of my name on one side and half of my name on the other side. So let's figure out how to do this. I'm going to cross off the first letter, the last letter, second letter, second to last, third, third to last, fourth, fourth to last. And these two, the I and the N, are my middle 2 letters. So the Nelly will go on one half, and then the Marty will go on the other half. If you have a name that has an odd number of letters, like maybe the word 7, or the name 7, cross first, last, second to last, or second to last, and then the V is in the middle. So in that center line of where your guidelines were, the V would be in the middle, just like that. So if you want to create if you want to create a name that has all capital letters, the top and the bottom of each one of your letters will touch your guideline. If you want lowercase letters, just like when you were learning how to write your letters, you are going to create a dashed line in the middle, so that each of those lowercase letters will only come to that dashed line. So let's go ahead and see what that looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and start to write my name. If I want to make this bubble letters, I'm just, again, going to start with making the actual letters, and then I'll add the bubbles on top of it. So again, I want to make sure that my letters touch those guidelines, so top and bottom. I want to have an equal spacing between each of my letters. My taller letters touch the top and the bottom. And then there we go. So I have that. And then my Marty will go on the other side. This side is a little bit harder to do. And again, make sure that your letters are touching the top and bottom, because that's how you're going to figure out that your letters are the same size. Now, once you have this part, if you just like the font that you did, keep the font. If you need to look up fonts, look up fonts. And if you want to just make them into basic bubble letters, imagine that there's a force field keeping you away from that letter that you just created. And you're going to create a bubble around that letter. And you can come back in and erase that inside letter. This one's a little bit long here, so I'm going to fix that. Once you're happy with your whole name, you can come back through and erase all of your guidelines so that they no longer exist. That's why you want them to be erasable, because you want to actually erase them when you're finished. Hopefully this makes sense, and hopefully this answers any of your questions that you had. If you want to transform these into cursive, you can do that. If you want to play around adding some 3D value into your letters, go ahead and do that. But make sure if you're looking up different styles of letter that you make sure it shows you what they look like A to Z so that you can recreate your whole name. All right, my people, if you have any questions, let me know. But if not, enjoy and have fun.